This happens once every few lifetimes. These chemicals hit me like white wine.
Oh, I'm liking this.
What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag. Worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map. I haven't come around in so long, but I'm coming back so strong.
Okay, so cool, man. The Alchemy. I love the opening lines of this. I love the scene that it sets, that she sets.
This happens once every few lifetimes. These chemicals hit me like white wine.
So this happens once every few lifetimes. I know people have asked me before, I think in the Q&A I did ages ago, and in various comments, you know, if I could speak to Taylor or ask Taylor some questions, you know, what would it be? And I think I said, you know, I'd ask her to play together, you know, essentially in different ways. But this happens once every few lifetimes. That means that she's interested in, or believes in, or whatever, the idea of reincarnation, right? And that's something that fascinates me. And I'm leaning towards being, if not true, you know, that it seems extremely likely to me at the moment. So I guess a question that I would like to ask Taylor, or a conversation I would like to have with her, would be about that, you know, what do you think about reincarnation? You know, and and see what she's got to say about that.
This happens once every few lives.
Doesn't feel as heavy, this song, as well, isn't it? You know, I think she's trying to leave. You know, there's one more left after this, is there?
These chemicals hit me like
She doesn't want to leave us, you know, crying her eyes out by the end.
What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag. Worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map. I haven't come around in so long, but I'm coming back so strong.
So this is.
So when I.
So the placing of this song on the album is, you know, coming out of the metaphorical hospital, right? The Tortured Poets Department asylum that she's in at the beginning in Fortnite, you know. She's coming out of it stronger. And that's a beautiful thing as well, isn't it? If we can take the things that hurt us and work through them, and whether those are things, I suppose, that we've done to ourselves or done to us by others or whatever, you know, if we can take those things and order them and do whatever you got to do to them to come back stronger.
So when I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown,
Yes,
baby,
cut the fat.
I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? Hey you, what if I told you we're cool? That child's play back in school is forgiven under my rule. I haven't come around in so long, but I'm making a comeback to where I belong. So when I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? These blokes swarm the benches, we've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. 'Cause the sign on your heart said
Oh man, some great wordplay, isn't it, man? I mean, blokes, I wasn't expecting that to turn up in a Taylor song.
These plugs swarm the benches. We've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time
That's a great line, isn't it?
'cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? Shirts off and your friends lift you up over their heads. Beer sticking to the floor. Cheers chanted 'cause they said there was no chance. Trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. Touchdown, call the amateurs and cut him from the tee.
So there's a lot of football references in this tune then. So is this like, had she met Travis at this point? This is kind of, if she hadn't, you know, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? I kind of hope that that was the case, you know, that this is just coincidence. But I mean, it could be. It would be so interesting if that was the case, you know, if this song was written before Travis, before the football references, because I do believe, you know, sometimes we can feel things coming, right? I've noticed that in my own life, and I don't know. Is that like making it? Do we wish for things? I don't know. I don't know if it's like we have thoughts and then they manifest themselves, or if they're like premonitions. I mean, it's hard to know, I suppose, what is a premonition until it's come true, right? And you could be cynical about it maybe and say that's like, it's just coincidence, but I don't know, man. I think it's a real thing, you know. I think it's a real thing.
Cheers chanted 'cause they said there was no chance. Trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. Touchdown, call the amateurs and cut him from the tee. Ditch the clouds, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? These plugs swarm the benches. We've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? This happens once every few lifetimes. These chemicals hit me like white wine.
Yeah, cool, man. That was a great one. Is this a real person, Clara Bow, or a fictional character she's created? Thanks for watching. If you would like access to the full thing and loads of other extended content, Taylor Swift, One Direction, Miley Cyrus, videos of me playing my songs and others, link in description.